the TimeWeb. The story so far. Violence are a virus spreading through time. Their purpose is to bring about chaos and darkness by destroying history as we know it. Morlock, the Time Guardian, has one last hope of defeating the virus. The TimeWeb. Can the children go back in time, recover the path of the TimeWeb, and return safely, or will the mission be too difficult and dangerous? Chapter 1. Biff and Chip waited anxiously in the circular. Chip kept looking at the door through which the others had vanished. Only a moment earlier, Biff stared at the hourglass. She watched the last few specks of light flaring down. With everyone returned safely, she held her breath. Morlock had not moved, but as the last specks of light slipped into the lava parts of the hourglass, he let out a deep sigh. From beneath them came a deep rumbling sound, as if a heavy machine was working the circle and began to spin. Once again the door seemed to merge into one. Then Biff appeared. He was holding a small but highly intricate machine made of polished metal. It had tiny gold wheels and cogs, springs and coils of silverware, and parts made of glass and crystal. In the very center was a large sapphire of the deepest blue. Wolf smiled proudly. "I've got the hub," he said excitedly. The TimeWeb's hard drive next to appear was Nina. She was holding a metal tray. It was like a keyboard with strange and beautiful symbols. Nina held it carefully, as if afraid to drop it. "The Matrix," she said. "I had a scary time bringing it back." The circular span again. Wilma and Nedim were flung out of it. "Violence were after us," panted Nedim. "We just got away in time." Wilma held a large lamp of dark metal. It was a cell. The rumbling under the floor stopped. The three open doors round the edge of the room closed gently. The circular had shut down. All was so quiet. The children could almost hear the dust settling. Then Biff broke the silence. Her voice rose in panic. "Where's Kiba?" she shouted. "Why hasn't he come back?" Chapter 2. Nadim looked startled. He spun round, expecting Kiba to be behind him. "Things got tricky," he said. "We were running away from the fire. Kiba ran back," gasped Wilma. "He ran back to help that boy called Tyler. I'm sorry. I should have stopped them." Chip turned to Morlock. "We must rescue Kiba," he said urgently. "How do we go back to find them?" Morlock frowned. "The circular has stopped. We'll try using the TimeWeb." He laid the box on the floor and opened the lid. Then he took the hub from Will. It slid perfectly into place. He put the matrix some distance from it. "Now, Wilma," he said, "put the cell in the lid of the box. It will power the TimeWeb. Up the sapphire will glow. Then a web of light will form above it." Wilma did as Morlock asked, but nothing happened. Morlock tapped some symbols on the matrix, but still the jewel did not glow. "It is not working," said Nedim. Chapter 3. "Why isn't it working?" shouted Biff. "Kiba is in danger. What if he can't get back? What if the fire have got him?" At that moment, one of the doors in the Circular began to open. Is it Kipper? Asked Nina. But it wasn't Kipper, it was Floppy. He had found his way down from the library. When Floppy saw the children rush towards them, Floppy shouted with. In his excitement, Floppy crashed into the hourglass, toppling it over. Then he leaped up at Chip with his tail wagging. Motlock dived towards the hourglass and grabbed it just before it hit the floor. As it fell, a few specks of light floated upwards. As Motlock set it upright, the bright specks began to trickle down again. A rumbling came from below the floor. The circular had begun to work once more. Chapter 4. Kipper appeared, but he was not alone. Kipper shouted, Biff, and Tyler exclaimed, how did he escape? I was sure that Violin was going to get you. Tyler gave a cheeky grin. It was thanks to Kipper, he said. I rammed my wheelchair into the Violin as the Violin jumped aside. Got too close to printing press, so Kipper pulled this lever and tapped this coattail. Then the door appeared, said Kipper. So here we are. Floppy moved and ran to greet Kipper. When the hourglass fell over, the circular worked again. Said Motlock, a good job too, said Luna, or Kipper and Tyler might still be in the clutch of those violins, but the circular seems to have a mind of its own. I don't get it, sniffed Motlock. It is an ancient time travel machine and not reliable, but now we have the time map. It will detect the path precisely, and you can travel to an exact time in history quite safely. The time map was still on the floor where Murdoch had set it up. Tyler looked at it. Is this the time map? He asked. It ain't very big. It doesn't work, said Nedim, even though it is connected up. Hang on, said Tyler. Has the box got a keyhole? Maybe it needs a key. Murdoch slapped his forehead. What a fool I am, he said. Biff and Chip have the key. They've been keeping it. Everyone looked at Biff. Oh no, she said. It is in my sock drawer. Back at home. We could go home and get it, said Kiba. We don't live far away. We're inside a fold in time, said Murlock. Getting out is quite easy, but getting back again will be difficult. But if we need the key, said Chip. Suddenly the hourglass began to move by itself. It turned once, then it turned again. The grains of light began to flow upwards. Once more a rumbling began beneath the floor of the circularium. What's going on? Gasped Chip. This is most unusual, said Murlock. The circularium is sending somebody out again. It must be you, Biff and Chip. It wants you to get the key. But why is the hourglass working upside down? Asked Biff. You will be sent forward in time into the future, so you must not be seen, not by anyone. Remember, do not be seen. The circular began to spin. Then all went quiet. This time, Biff and Chip had vanished. Chapter 5. Biff and Chip were standing in their own back garden. It was dark, but every light in the house was blazing. The back door opened. Dad came out and went to the bottom of the garden. Biff and Chip tucked behind the shed. Dad had a party hat on and he was carrying a large firework. Only 3 minutes to go, called Dad, going back inside. I bet it's New Year's Eve. said Chip, and Dad will let that firework off just after midnight. So we must get the key before he comes back. Suddenly Mom came to the window. Biff and Chip gasped. Through the window they saw themselves. Kippa was there, and so were Biff and their Mom and Dad. They were all wearing party hats. Weird, gasped Chip. It's like seeing a film with us in it. No wonder Motlock told us not to let anyone see us. Stay here, said Biff. I'll get the key now. It's the best time. She ran across the lawn and crept into the house. Chip closed his eyes. He heard voice calling, Happy New Year! Hurry up, Biff, he whispered. What is taking you so long? Chip waited, but Biff didn't appear. Dad came down the garden again. Chip crouched behind the shed. Dad lit the firework and ran back to the house. Whoosh! The firework lit up the sky. In a second, it was all over. Then Biff appeared at the top of the fence and dropped down beside him. I was getting worried. He Chip. I got the key, but I almost bumped into Mom. I went out the front and ran down. Next door's garden. No one saw me, said Biff. A blue dog appeared in the fence. At that moment, Dad rushed down the garden with a bucket of water. His firework had set the shed on fire, but luckily Biff and Chip had vanished. Chapter 6. Biff and Chip returned safely with the key. Motlock took everyone to a bright welcoming room where there was a table laden with food. Time to eat, said Motlock. Pizzas, samosas, lamb kebabs, salads, crusty bread. Can I offer you milk or fruit juice? Tyler ate as if he was starving. I've never had such a feast before, he said. He gave Motlock a sideways look. What sort of place is this? He asked. Motlock explained that they were in a place that exists outside normal time. I don't get it, mumbled Tyler with his mouthful of bread. They spoke about the vine, and Vilma told them that the ones they had met seemed like ordinary people. No, they were scary, shuddered Wolf. They made everything gold and dark. Motlock said, they don't always give off coldness or darkness. They can appear to be quite normal, but they are not humans. Their aim is to bring about chaos. But why do they explode? Asked Kiba. They are made of dark energy. It is like electricity, but they must be stopped. Their energy must be captured. Yeah, but it is great watching them go. Bang, grinned Tyler. Come on, said Motlock, jumping to his feet. Now we have the key, the TimeWeb. We'll set it up in the library. Motlock connected the parts of the TimeWeb together, and Biff put the key in the lock and turned it. The blue sapphire in the center of the hub glowed. Then light began to grow out of it. It rose up like a beautiful tree with millions of fine, delicate branches. Motlock let out a sigh. The time, he said, now our work must begin. The end. See you later. Bye bye.